Hey, welcome back to another video of our podcast.
Hey guys,
we got our host Damien, and our second host is Ruiz. Today, we got some interesting things to talk about, and that is vehicles, the electric vehicle versus the gas vehicle. I mean, I'm seeing this all over the city. A lot of people are talking about it on their channel also.
You see a lot more and more of the EVs around town, so they're starting to become a big thing.
Yeah, because like you know how gas is very, very expensive nowadays, inflation and all that stuff. And what I found out also is that you can charge your electric vehicle at home. You don't need to go in any of the gas stations or one of those things where you can actually charge your vehicle. Charging station, that's what you call it. Yeah, because I saw one at IKEA, and I was like, oh, I didn't know they have a charging station in IKEA. But did you know that it's actually cheaper to charge your vehicle than putting gasoline in?
I have heard that.
In your vehicle, which
I would like to find out, and charge my vehicle at work.
Oh yeah.
I'd be all over that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They can pay for my electricity. Yeah.
But it depends what vehicle you like for an electric vehicle. So which one do you like?
For me, I want a Tesla, guys. I'm a Tesla fanboy, so yeah, as soon as they drop around 30K, I'll be picking one up. So
woohoo!
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna ever drop. These
next gen I'm hopeful for a price drop.
Probably.
Yeah, because I think in the US it starts 35, 40 US dollars. So for our play money up here, 50K, right, is base point. So
that's true.
Yeah, but
over here in Canada it's just really expensive. For me personally, I like other electrical vehicle compared to Tesla. Although Tesla is one of the top tier ones,
it's the most popular.
It is. Yeah, it is the most popular.
I'm seeing a whole lot more when I drive around. Was it even a couple of years ago? I might have seen one, maybe two, randomly here and there. Now I see it almost every day driving. So.
Oh yeah, I mean the newer vehicles that I'm seeing is the Mustang Mach-E, which I'm very interested in because I'm a Mustang fan, and I love muscle cars. And when they came out with that one, I was like very excited. I mean, the price point for that one it varies because there are three of them. Oof. There's the base model, which is around 40 grand. There's the Mustang GT. And the Mustang Performance, and then the Performance is between 60 to 65 grand. The GT is between around 50 to 55.
Well, you can buy two.
If I had the money.
He's a baller like that guy.
But I don't have the money.
Don't let him fool you. He's got the money. Yeah.
I'm not a baller. I just live.
You know the other one? You know the other one I really like? It's maybe a little bit lesser known. It's Lucid Air. Yeah, it's a luxury EV built that way, and I think it starts at 150. So not the cheapest thing out there, but man, oh man, it looks nice.
It's expensive.
It's luxury, like it's nice, guys. And it's the specs on it are right on par with Tesla, and I think almost a little bit above Tesla. But yeah, those would be nice. Get one of those.
I mean, there's another vehicle, Hyundai. Hyundai made an EV also. It's called the Ioniq 5, I believe. It's a really nice vehicle. It looks futuristic. If I have the picture for it, you guys can actually see it.
It'll be over here
or somewhere
over there.
It'll pop up in different EV vehicles that I'll when I edit the video. But I mean, I think what I've heard was that they are going to phase out gasoline vehicle by 2035, I believe.
You know, I read that today actually.
Yeah.
California
Yeah.
is phasing out new sales of gas vehicles. I think it's even like 2030, early 20,
Oh yeah.
in early
Yeah.
30s, and yeah, they won't be able to sell them anymore. So
Yeah.
hold on to your gas vehicle, guys, because it'll be worth a fortune.
Yeah.
In the upcoming years, right?
In the future, if you still have your gas vehicles, man, keep it.
You know, I had a Mustang at one point.
Oh yes, you did.
You might even have seen it.
Yes.
That is my one regret for trading up vehicles. I mean, I love that car. It was a beautiful car. It was a Mustang 2014, I believe it was. Stick shift, 2-door. It was.
Was it 2014? I thought it was 2008. The first.
Yeah, maybe the first one I had was
the first one.
08, yeah. But it was nice, and it was a stick shift, and it was fun to drive.
But imagine if the EV now would have a stick shift.
Yeah, right.
Just like the gasoline.
I don't even think that could work.
I don't know
the way
if
that they work, I don't know if you could, but they really should come up with that. You know, hey, EV makers, when you're making these cars, put a stick shift in it. I mean, you know, figure it out. It's super fun for guys like us that know how to drive a stick shift, and it's like a race car.
It is. It's a lot of fun to drive. Yeah. And the thing is too, like, they need to beef up the battery, because you want to be able to drive from one city to another city without any charge. Because
I think nowadays they're like 400 or 500 kilometers, because they're saying 300 miles, right? So I think that's around the 450 mark.
Well, for the Tesla Model Y is 290 miles. So that's
the base one, though, right? So I think it's probably an optional for a bigger pack. But I mean, range is going to be an issue with these things.
It is.
If they get the fast charging in it, so you plug it in for a half hour and then you get, you know, a few hundred miles or kilometers out of a half hour charge. That's reasonable, I think.
It is.
You know,
if you have a fast charger, but
yeah, and a slow charger, well, you're staying overnight.
It is. Well, most of the time it will be an overnight charge, because it is a bigger battery compared to any other batteries that we have, like our cell phones, computers, laptops, and everything else.
You know, I don't know how often we would do a long drive like that, where you're going far, like that far, right? And then, you know, you plan your route accordingly, so you drive until the thing's almost dead. Get a hotel somewhere. Hang out, charge your vehicle, and it's almost a lifestyle. It almost becomes a lifestyle right now. I think they'll get there with battery technology improving year after year. Was it Tesla's come up with this new battery cell that's like 40% better than the previous cells? So just stuff like that alone will make a huge difference. And I mean, I think if you can get 800 kilometers to a tank, I think that's where you need to be. You know, well, 800 kilometers to charge, I should say.
I mean for
get there, I think
for the gasoline, like the vehicles we have out back, the Toyota Sienna van, the range for that one is at least 730 kilometers for distance, is what I remember, because I used to drive that from my last job.
Well, and I've got a Tahoe, bigger vehicle, but on the highway that thing kicks butt. I mean, I'll do 800 clicks on highway, and really 800, that's a lot of driving. Like that's a ton of driving. So I think that's really all they need to get to is about 800, maybe 1,000, right? And
that's true.
People aren't going to drive longer than that. True. I mean, the odd person would, right? But like you and I wouldn't. Most people wouldn't. So, but yeah, EVs. I want to get one. I want to get one. It's on my list.
But the thing is, if you would notice, I don't know if I would get one in this lifetime, but I know that our kids will probably have their first vehicle as an EV compared to gas, right? If they're going to be phasing out the gas vehicles in the near future, our kids will be the first to have an EV.
Well, you know, so I hope to get one in my lifetime. I don't know about this guy, but I hope to get one in my lifetime. But I'll tell you, our kids, they're not even going to know how to drive.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
honestly, the way that full self-driving is right now with Tesla, for example. I mean,
autopilot.
I mean, that thing can drive itself more or less.
Yeah.
And they're releasing their major update soon. And then it's. I mean, he said it's you almost don't even got to touch the steering wheel. And
yeah, exactly.
they're going to be there sooner than we all think, and I believe my kids they won't know how to drive. They'll just get in, say, "Take me to school," and away you go, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Elon's talking about you get a Tesla, right? You drive yourself to work, and then you put the car in taxi mode, and it goes out and drives around, picks people up all day long while you're at work, making you money, paying for the car, right? And then comes back and picks me up after work.
Yeah, exactly.
Picks me home.
Yeah.
So I think we're heading there.
We're heading there.
We're heading there.
The future.
Fast.
That's the thing. I mean, you know, with gas vehicles, diesel vehicles, you know, I guess that's why it's changing this climate that we're having right now. Everything's just it's just weird. We had like the hottest summer. You know, we rarely had rain.
Not a whole lot of rain this year.
You know,
I've been tracking it, and not a whole lot of rain this year. No. So, but if you remember, a couple of years back, in the midst of the pandemic, in the height of the pandemic, and all the lockdowns and stuff, right? No one was driving, and the smog in like Los Angeles, in China, there, smogs were gone. In a lot of places, it was so thick.
It was
before,
so clear.
Like but now it was clear when people stopped driving. So, I think if we stop driving gas vehicles, that'll make a huge difference for the climate.
They would.
I think it's a smaller piece of the overall puzzle, personally, but it's what we need to do these things. This planet, there's only one that we have, and the ones we know about, we don't know if we could live there or not, so we need to take care of this planet. So
yeah, exactly. And the good thing about electricity compared to gasoline is, hey, one of these days airplanes will be electrical instead of gasoline or fuel, right? And probably hopefully in the future airfare will be cheaper because they're using electricity compared to gasoline.
Now there's something we need to talk about. It's a dirty little secret of EVs, right? So yes, you're using electricity, which is cleaner and all that stuff, but what they really kind of gloss over is how is that electricity made, right? Oftentimes it's coal power, like for us here in Canada, it's Western Canada, coal power. We have some nuclear power plants, but I don't think we have very many of those. And then hydro dam, hydro, we don't have a whole lot of that either. So I think coal is predominantly what we use in conjunction with nuclear. But that's kind of the dirty secret about it all, because you're plugging in and it's better for the environment and all that stuff. But really, how they're making the electricity currently is not for earth friendly. So I try not to get focused on that, and people will, I've had conversations, people will point that out, right? And it's like, I get it, I fully get it, but when we get into more renewable electricity generation, then that will be less of an issue. But I think you have to start somewhere, and I think that's a good place to start. You get people driving EVs, people loving it, and then it'll change how we're producing electricity. And even like you look at how they make the vehicles, right? There's a lot of carbon that goes in that, a lot of fossil fuels and stuff in that, and then so it's on one hand it is better, but on the other hand it's what it took to get there.
Exactly.
They kind of gloss over that, but we realize that, and I realize that I would just love not to have to go to the gas station anymore.
Me too.
I hate going there.
I hate looking at the price hike for the gas.
Goodness. It's
you look at it and you're like, oh man, that is expensive for gas.
So what was it Roy, when you started driving, do you remember what the gas price was? Way back when.
Way back when.
I don't even think they had color TVs back then when this guy started driving.
I wasn't that old.
Yeah.
So, well, I remember.
I remember for me, so we'll see if you.
I remember in my heydays, when I first got my car, when I was like probably what. Can't remember, but somewhere in my teens, gasoline used to be 65 is what I remember, and this was what?
But that was out east, wasn't it? You were in
yeah,
Ontario,
that was
Manitoba?
Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Winnipeg, there you go.
Yeah, and that is what I remember.
Well, let me tell you this.
So
when I started driving, and this guy's older than me, believe it or not, so when I started driving, it was 42 cents a liter for me. Up in near Edmonton, Alberta, and yeah, 42 cents, $5. I mean, you put $5 in, you noticed it, like you saw the difference.
$5 got me halfway. Halfway my tank, man.
Half
$5,
tanks, right?
I'm
I mean,
like,
$5 was a lot of gas.
Yeah.
I mean, now it barely gets you out of the parking lot, but yeah, gas was where it should be now. I mean, why is it so darn expensive? And they blame, they talk about the price of oil per barrel and all these things, and you look at the price per barrel a couple of years back, and it'll be about par. Even when it was 100 and 100 now, it was like 86, 90s gas was when it was $100 a barrel. So their excuse of saying, "Oh, gas is expensive per barrel. That's why it's $1.60 or whatever it is."
But it isn't. They're the one that makes the price for these things. They're the one that put the value on these gas. I don't know. In for me, it's more of a conspiracy theory that they want to pocket some of that money. That's why they're spiking the prices of
it for sure.
So
yeah,
what can we do? I mean,
you know what you could do? You buy a cheap running car. I bought a little 4-banger car purposely, and I use that for booting around town and for all that, and it goes through like very little gas. That's about the only thing you can really do. Buy a motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
It's even less fuel, or ride your bike if you can. But I mean,
they have electric bikes now.
Well, actually, yeah, they do. They have
have scooters.
Right?
Those e-scooters. Gotta love those things, man. Everybody's having one all over town.
Can you picture me on an e-scooter?
Oh, you probably need two.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't go on a scooter.
I love a scooter, man.
I see the ones downtown, right?
Yeah.
Like the birds or whatever lime scooter.
Yeah.
Those look fun and all, but yeah, it's not practical is the issue, right? I mean, I got to drive 25 minutes roughly to work.
Yeah.
It's just not practical. So I need
those scooters can only go up to, some of them is 20 to 25 kilometers in distance, right? And what if your job is the next town over?
Yeah.
Right. So.
Or your job is delivering pizza.
Yeah.
Or being an Uber, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I don't know. That is what it is, right? So
yeah. Well, I think that wraps it up with the EV versus the gas vehicle. We know where that's going to be heading. It's going to be heading to the future, and soon, gas vehicle will start to phase out.
Yeah.
Right. So, I have great belief in this new electrical vehicle. Well, electricity for everything. I mean, even electricity itself is also expensive, especially if you have it at home. So.
Well, I think most people have electricity at home.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
I do. Huh?
I do too. So.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess I
guess that wraps it up for this video, guys. Be
Until
sure
next time.
to like, subscribe, comment. Please comment, guys. Let us know what you think. Any topics you want us to cover? I think for next week we're doing security, like home security type topic. That's what we're thinking of. So let us know what you guys think, and
yeah.
Until the next one.
Till next time, see you again.
Peace. You always cut that out.
I cut that out.
I know you do.